Hey y'all, happy Sunday. Cheers. What am I doing? Oh my God. We're at the store today and I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do for today's video. And Terry says, can you do this? And I look at her and I'm like, well, only you would come up with something like this. She wants me to make a meatloaf, but she doesn't want a meatloaf. She wants meatballs out of a meatloaf mixture and then make a stew out of it. So basically she's wanting me to do a meatloaf ball stew.
A meatball stew.
Whatever. So, if it's a total fail, it's her fault.
No, it's not. I didn't cook it.
If it's a total right on,
it's my fault.
It's because the culinary chef knows what the fuck he's doing. So anyways, I'm going to attempt this, and if you see me do meatloafs before, you know I never do the meatloaf the same way twice. This is, I'm going to put more of a Mexican flair on it. So right here, I got a bag of my frozen Trinity that I use, that Pick Sweet Seasoning blend. I'll saute that up a bit. Over here I got almost 4 pounds of just ground beef. It's 73.27, just plain ground beef. Here I got a poblano that I picked up and roasted today. I diced it up pretty fine. Here's a bunch of Anaheims that I fire roasted and had in the freezer. And we're going to need some Brooks ketchup, some Mexican chili powder. I got some onion powder. This is some kind of Mexican shit Terry picked up for me when she was on a little small trip, and this is pretty good stuff. Kind of spicy, but it's good. Garlic powder, and this is cumin, some chipotle black pepper. Should be oregano here. Yes, because I put oregano on everything. I got some Chef Bourquet's Cajun Magic Dust. We'll use a little kosher salt, not kosher salt, Keith, sea salt. I got some what's this here sauce, some chicken or some beef stock. And over here I got 4 slices of bread soaking in milk. I don't put eggs in my meatloafs. I think it dries them out, makes them tough. So I'll use that. And if it gets too wet on me, I got some breadcrumbs in the cabinet I can use. So let me, I'm not going to use all this meat. I'm going to use probably 3/4 of it and form it into balls. And then the rest of it, I'm just going to brown off in the skillet. So we'll have meat throughout the stew. Behind me, I got a bowl that's got 8 large russet potatoes in it that I've cut up into stew-sized pieces. And I got some peas and carrots and mixed vegetables and corn and shit in the freezer. We'll bring all that out later. I got my oven preheating to 375. I'm going to form the balls, put them on a sheet tray, shove them in the oven. While that's going on, I'm going to caramelize some onions and cook the rest of this other hamburger.
You're just going to make every dish in the house dirty.
Oh yeah, it's your idea. You wanted this, so we're going to make you roll.
Well then, you're going to do dishes.
So let me get this all going here, and then we'll come back when I get the balls formed up. Okay, I decided I better show you how much stuff I put in here, because I don't measure shit. So I'll give you an idea. So we'll start with Chef Bourquet's. Chef Bourquet, go check him out. Cajun Magic Dust. And that'd be about enough. And we'll put some Brooks ketchup in there. And I don't have much ketchup, so I'm going to use all of this. But that'd be enough. Besides, I like making noises. Dead soldier. What's this here sauce? That'd be plenty. That's probably a tablespoon and a half there. Chipotle black pepper. And,
don't look black, it's red.
It's supposed to be black.
Don't look black.
Well, they dyed it red with chipotle then. That'd be enough of that. Garlic powder. We love garlic. And oreganos.
Speak English.
I am.
Sound like you said origami.
Oregano. That's how the English pronounce it.
You're not.
Cumin. It's Mexican. Gotta have cumin. That'll be enough. Some of this. Man, this stuff smells good. Easy, Keith. Don't overdo it. And onion powder. Dead soldier. Get on there. And Mexican chili powder. Boy, I emptied all kinds of stuff today. A couple of spoons of salt. Sea salt. Coarse ground. And then our bread and milk. Let's just take the bread and leave the milk. I'll give that to the dog. He'd be happy then.
No, we won't.
Okay, so let me get this mixed up and we'll be back. Okay, I did have to add some breadcrumbs, and I had an Italian style. It don't matter. I probably put 3/4 of a cup in there. So I ended up with 30 balls of meat and a small little loaf of meat. And we'll bake this off in the oven at 375. When the loaf gets done, I got some chipotle barbecue sauce I'll put on top of that. So we're going into the oven with this. I got some hamburger and onions sauteing over there. And when all this gets out of the oven, I'll come back and show you how I put the stew together. So, be back in a few. Okay, got my onions and hamburger about browned up. I'm going to make a little roux here because I'm going to need a thickening agent for this stuff, I think. So I'm going to put about 3 tablespoons of butter in there. Give that a mix. And I did add a little chipotle black pepper and salt to this meat and onions. We got 3 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to go with about the same amount of flour. I can smell my meatballs, so they're pretty close to being ready to come out of the oven. A little bit more. Remember, hot roux, cold liquid. So
Nah, real bright.
it's going to be a cold liquid when I put the beef stock in there. So this roux will still be hot, so I shouldn't get any lumps there. So I'm going to let this cook down a little bit and kind of get some color onto it. And so that's where we are right now. So we'll keep stirring this and cooking it until we get some color on it. And then we'll be back in a few. Okay, so I got this about where I want it. I'm going to deglaze with a little Cabernet. And yeah, that'll be enough. I'm emptying all kinds of bottles today. So we'll just deglaze the bottom of the skillet. Reduce that wine down a bit. Then I'll turn it down. And I'm almost ready to take the meatballs out and start making our stew. So, we'll be back in a few. Okay, I got most of my meatballs out. That's what they look like. Taking the last of them out now. And they was in the oven about 20 minutes. They're still kind of soft, but they'll be okay. And I'm going to take this meat and onion and wine roux mixture, whatever you want to call it. Dump that in there.
Making so much noise.
Yeah, I know. People be bitching at me. Let me drain my potatoes and get them in there. It won't take long. A little water won't hurt. That'll be good enough. Potatoes. I'll put our beef stock in there. And I may need to add a little water to this. We'll see. I actually planned on adding a little water anyway. We'll get this in here, then we're going to put this on the stove, turn it on, put a lid on it, bring it to a boil, cut it down, and let it simmer for a while. So, let me fill up one of these cartons of water. We'll get that in there, and then we'll be back. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at right now. I've got the lid off, trying to reduce it down. I think I'm going to have to make cornstarch slurry and thicken it up later, but we'll see. Time to add some vegetables. I got some corn here that Terry put up earlier in the year. And I like corn, so get in there, corn. Put the corn in there, damn. And that's good enough. And I got a bag of peas and carrots here. We'll dump them in. Peas and carrots going in. Got a bag of mixed vegetables. We'll put them in there. Let's see what this looks like. Needs more stuff. So we'll put the rest of this corn in there. Be smothered in the bag, Keith. And I got a bag of peas somewhere. Somewhere I got a bag of peas. Oh, here. Another bag of mixed vegetables. That'll work. We'll put some vegetables in there. We may end up with meatball vegetable soup. Uh-oh, carrot on the floor. Let's see. Oh, that looks much more better. I will have to add some salt and pepper to this broth. I haven't tasted it yet, but we haven't put any seasoning in the broth. So we'll have to do that. We'll let these vegetables cook for a while and see what happens. And we'll be back. Okay, so that was my soup slash stew slash meatloaf chunk. I got all my vegetables in there, and I don't know if I got any meatballs left. They may have all cooked up on me. Looks like they did, but we'll live with it. Oh, there's meatballs. There's meatballs. I did add some salt and fresh cracked jack to this while it's cooking. Here I got about a half a cup of cornstarch and about a third of a cup of water. I'm going to make a little slurry here and see if we can't tighten this up a little bit. Let's see what happens. I haven't overly stirred this because I didn't want to break the meatballs up too much. Hopefully I'll still end up with meatballs. I'll turn my fire up a bit. So, like any thickening agent, it doesn't work until it's at a full boil. So yeah, there's meatballs in there. We'll just stir this around, tighten it up a little bit, and we'll let this cook for a couple of minutes, and we'll come back and give you a taste test. Okay, so that's what I ended up with. Terry's tried it. What do you think, Terry?
I like it.
She said I needed more what's this here sauce. She said it was spicy, but some of my meatballs fell apart, so I ended up with, I still got a few in there, but we'll see. Let me see if I can't burn my mouth on camera for you, like I usually do. I've had it sitting out for a couple of minutes. I know it's still hotter than hell though. Well, it's kind of spicy, but it does need more what's this here sauce.
That's what I said.
And it could use more black pepper, just plain black pepper. It kind of tastes like a cross between vegetable soup and beef stew. It ain't bad. I can eat it, which is good because I got 2 more gallons of it in the pot over there. But yeah, just goes to show you that when somebody asks you, can you make a meatloaf ball stew? You can do it. Meatloaf ball stew, my God.
Meatloaf meatball stew.
Okay, whatever you want to call it. You named the friggin' video. You named it. You called it. You wanted it.
I just asked.
I did it. I did it. I pleased my women. That's what you can always say about Keith. He pleases his women.
Yeah, right.
Well, some of them. Some there ain't no pleasing. I'm gonna go eat. And y'all have a good one. We'll see you next time. And there you go. See ya.